Hey everybody, good morning from Gloucester, Massachusetts, where it's, as I said in my last video, it's beginning to get pretty cold. And this morning it's around 40 degrees, and I've chosen this morning to go ahead and empty my black and gray tanks. Now, I'm not using a campground to do this, so I figured I'd go ahead and show you how I do it at home. Okay, so hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Chipper's Island Adventures. And what I'm going to show you is what I have so far in emptying out my black and gray tanks. What I've done is I've gone ahead and backed up my vehicle to here. But one thing you'll notice is that the black tank discharge valve is almost even, if not lower. Check this out. It's lower than this portable tank I have to empty out my black and gray tank. So what I need to do, I have a little bit of a hill here, so I'm going to back up my van so it's on the slope, and that way there I'll be able to put my portable tank further downhill and thus in fact be able to empty it. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, as you can see, with the van backed up on top of the slope and then putting my portable tank on the slope, I should be able to get the flow to go into this portable tank. I don't think I need to readjust this at all. But what I have to do is get my hose, and I need to make sure I have two female ends, because the portable tank is a male end and the discharge on the van is also a male end. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up right now. I have my bucket of parts right here, along with my hose in the storage container. I have my hose connected to the portable tank. I got a little extension on here, and I think I'll put something underneath this real quickly just to keep the hose up. And you can see I'm connected up here. And then we're going to go down into the tank, and what I'm going to do is loosen one of these caps here. Oh, that's good. I got some ventilation. All right, so what I just did is I went ahead and put this little rectangular pail underneath the hose line, and in the meantime I also connected my black tank flush hose to the Nautilus panel. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and get down and let this thing run. I'm going to open up a latch. So what I'm going to do first is do the black tank like we always do. Easy. Okay, so my black tank is now flowing. I actually have a little leak in my portable. I'll have to seal that somehow. So one thing you can do, just go ahead and lift this up nice and gently. Get that down. So I just turned on the hose for my black tank flush. So right now I do have liquid pouring in. But what I'll do is I'm going to close the black tank for now and open up the gray tank. Now I'll open up the gray tank. So now my gray tank is coming. I'll open up my black tank, and this is all, should all be nice and clear. So what I'm going to do is let that flush for a minute, and then I'll turn it off, which I'll do right now because it's been doing pretty good. Clean out all this, and then we'll empty the tank. Right now that water is running nice and clear. Look at that. Taking a while to empty this hose because of the nature of the beast. Close my gray tank. Close my black tank. Nice and snug. Now I'll go ahead and break everything apart, and then we'll bring this over to where I'm going to dump it. Right now I need to just close that up. Before I bring this around, I'm going to go ahead and put stuff away here. And then when I come back, I won't have to worry about it. Now, one thing I wanted to bring up is you got to be careful when you're emptying these tanks, because this is only about a 21-gallon tank. Meanwhile, the gray and black water tanks are, I believe, about 12 gallons apiece. So if you're really full, you could easily exceed this. So just be aware of that. So this is a 21-gallon tank, which I felt was big enough to empty out both my tanks, especially since you only have 18 gallons of water on board. But if you had both your tanks full for whatever reason, it can be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and tow this around. And I will say, this does get heavy. As you can see, I have my channel locks, and I'll be needing these in a moment. Okay, so here on the back side of my house is my septic system. In between my house and my BioClear septic tank, I have a holding tank underground right here. And this here is a clean out for it. So what I did is I took the clean out and I raised it up a little bit and put an access nut on it. So I'll go ahead and spin that off. So now I have access to my septic system. Now I'll go ahead, put on the adapter, which is going to fit right in here. And then, very carefully, I'm going to tilt this up and over. Hopefully, this will go very well. Now we just let it do its thing. I don't do this often because usually I empty out at a campground, I flush out the tank and just let it flush into their dump area. But this works out in a pinch when I do need to empty my black tank. And really and truly, the only reason why I need to empty it right now is because winter's coming. Otherwise, I'm not worried about it. Once I go camping again, I'll empty it out. Because I do use my van all the time. I don't just use it for camping, I use it for errands. Sometimes I take it to the beach in the summer. Well, actually a lot of times. So this tank was almost full. And bear in mind, it does get heavy 1 gallon of water is 8 pounds. So if you have 20 gallons of water in here, that's 160 pounds. You know, so bear in mind that when you're thinking about doing something like this. So I'm just going to tilt this up, empty it out more. That water's looking really good in there. And that's it. So it's as easy as that for me to do my black tank and gray tank emptying here at home. If you have an access point like this on your septic system, you too can do it. Now, I actually at one point thought about running a line all the way up, but that's a long run. That is a run of at least 40 to 50 feet, and I really don't want to have a PVC line to get to this sticking up out of the ground. This is perfect. Now I can take this all apart, stow it away, and I'm good to go. And then what I'm going to do in my van is I'll go ahead and pour a little bit more antifreeze down the black tank. Just have some antifreeze in there. And I might pour some down one of the gray tank drains, such as the kitchen sink. And that'll put a little bit of antifreeze in that gray tank, just for kicks. I don't think I really have to do that. So hey, if you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. All the best to all, and happy adventures.